this is Miss Greenwood, and we're going to read Reading Mastery Lesson 9. Follow along. Column 1. Ruler, thought, escape, writing, tipped, stream. Column 3. Mary Williams, construction, apartment, eraser, escaping, waited. You'll read the rest of these in class. Let's turn the page and learn about felt-tipped pens. You'll read a story about a felt-tip pen. Here are facts about felt-tip pens. Felt-tip pens have tips that are made of felt. Felt is a kind of cloth. The shaft of the pen is filled with ink. The shaft is the long part of the pen that you hold when you write. The ink flows down to the tip. Ink is wet. The tip is made of cloth. So when ink gets on the tip gets wet with ink. Most felt tip pens do not have an eraser. Ink is not easy to erase. What kind of writing tool does have an eraser? Let's read this story now about Joe Williams wants a new job. Joe Williams was a felt tip pen. He had a wide tip and his color was bright red. Joe's job was construction. He worked with other members of the construction team. Pencils, paints, other pens, brushes, and erasers. Their construction job was to make pictures. All day long, Joe worked with the others. They worked very fast. First, Joe would be sitting next to the other pens. Then somebody would pick him up, make a few marks with him, and toss him back with the other pens. The work was hard, and everybody on the construction team was glad when it was time for lunch. The members of the team would sit and talk about the picture they were making. Then, at 1 o'clock, work would start again, and it would keep going until the end of the day. After the work was done, Joe would go to his apartment. He lived in the desk with his wife, Mary, who worked as a number 1 pencil. Every day, the same thing happened. Joe worked on construction, laying down red lines and red marks. Then he went home. One day, Joe said to himself, "I'm tired of being a felt tip pen. I'm tired of laying down red lines. I want a new job." When Joe told his wife that he was thinking of taking up a new job, she said, "Don't be silly, Joe. What else can you do?" Joe looked at himself. He couldn't work as an eraser because he didn't have an eraser. He couldn't work as a pencil holder because he didn't have the right shape. He couldn't work as a sheet of paper. He said to himself, "Let's face it, Joe. You're just made to be a red felt tip pen." Then he said, "But I must be able to do something else." Joe felt sad, but he didn't stop thinking about a new job. More next time. Now you see these 2 flowers. This is a timed reading. I want you to practice this an extra time. Right now I want you to go ahead and record this story for yourself, and then when you're done, practice reading from flower to flower. Get your time shorter and your errors less, and you have a fantastic day.